Mic check. Give thanks and praise. Give thanks and praise. Come across this information, have it for a while, but I'm going to share it publicly. So that's what we do, shine light on information, share information, and allow people to have alternative. That's information, alternative, meaning option. Yeah. And we now go say them thing here is the all and all. We just share information. So it says zero your account now. Stop being a tax delinquent, fugitive. All right, it's a notice. We are not attorneys, nor are we acting in any capacity as legal counsel. The information provided within these pages is intended for the edification of the reader only, for entertainment purposes only. And while we believe this information to be true and correct, it is not offered in any way as legal advice. Therefore, it is entirely up to the reader to seek appropriate legal advice before acting upon any information contained in these pages. Study material only. Think and draw your own conclusions. Everything in life is a voluntary process. Take responsibility for it. Life is what you make it, or life is what we make it. Always has been, always will be. Grandma Moses. A Republican form of government is not a spectator sport. Vengeance, the best manner of avenging ourselves is by not resembling him who has injured us. By Jane Porter. We have number one, equal taxes. We have number two, equal contract law. We're going to touch on number one right here. It's taxes supersede contract law because your Treasury Direct account, meaning your tax registration number account or your Social Security number account, due to the bankruptcy. Since 1933, everything went bankrupt. Always address every issue in court as a tax issue. You're not in law, you're in a tax court. Now, for the breakdown for my common people is that everything is a charge, and a charge is synonymous with a tax. Should I repeat that, my common people? As is how the construct set right now, as is. Everything, irrespective of its form, once they must order to pay, just know it's a tax, it's a charge. Same thing. And this is why when I go to court, I don't play the game where most people choose to play. I know it's a business. I view the court as a bank. And that's when I tell you I settle and resolve whatever issue I had in the court. Now, on number two, it's a contract law. Oral contract written contract, and performance contract. Number 2, performance contract is the most damaging to us. If we act like defendant and argue law or resist zeroing our account, we are in commercial dishonor, meaning you're toast and you may go to jail. Within this document, there must have forms to be ordered, and I'm give you a number, and I'm going to talk about the 1099 OID original. What would that go again? Original issue discount, something like that. And then talk about the 1096. So it's a 1099 and a 1096, and you can order forms for years 2001 and current year, because if you run out of the forms, you need current year. And one form can be changed into any number you need. So all of these things, this information is just a little bit of the information where relevant. We never make any offer. We let the corporate construct make the offer. This is why I say once a policeman or any corporate construct in their corporate capacity engage you as a living man, they're making an offer to contract. Specifically, a corporate offer to contract. Yeah, man. So we let them make the offer. They get the original back. You make copies for yourself. You do not go to jail for filing your taxes. Again, so we are not attorneys, and we not purport ourselves to be not like that. We just share information. Them have HJR, which is House Joint Resolution 192, June 5th, 1933, equal debt instrument, meaning this is when them say, everything bankrupt and we not use no substantive goal per se. We just have to use negotiable instruments in the form of promissory notes or bill of exchange or draft. So when you see the federal government, know it's a debtor. When you say the state government, know it's a debtor. And when I say any corporation, all corporation, they can only function as debtors. Yeah, man. And you, the living man, will always be the source and the credit for all of these activities. Yeah, man. So them say the Treasury Direct account equal year credit, which is the tax registration account number or the Social Security account number, including your name. All debtors had to use year credit, which is the legal entity, which is the birth registration form, to pay all their bills so they could function in commerce. Your credit, when used by anyone, you or them, has to be reported as your taxable income on a 1040 or a 1099 OID, 1096 and 1040 V to the IRS every year. The product is already paid for because they use your credit to bill and pay for it. However, the bill is a new offer and it tells us how much of our credit they use. All right. So, in other words, I must say, in 1933, when the system changed from substantive goal to paper credit system, which is negotiable instrument, they must say everything is prepaid. So even when you get a bill, all they must do is give an accounting, or they must send a ledger for correct them ledger. They must send you this bill saying, hey, this is what we use. If your light bill are $5,000 for the month, they must send you a bill, and within that bill, them want you endorse it, sign it, and give them the basic instructions so them can zero out their account. So when them send you a bill and we are interpret it as we need to pay, when there is no way to pay, we can only discharge according to how the system set. When them are sending you a bill and you are choose to use Federal Reserve notes to pay the bill, it's called double dipping. Everything is already prepaid. Allegedly. But a block me you too. Remember, we are the grassroots. We are just learning here. Yeah, man. And we are use this diagram as sample or an example. So when we are speak, we can at least have something to show to express ourselves. So we use this information because it was out there in the public, and I'm quite sure the authors welcome us sharing this kind of information. Yeah, man. So we are talking about the account, and we are be specific. We are talking about that sophisticated financial instrument. Yeah, with everything we attach to it. And we are keep it simple. We are keep it basic for grassroots people. The advanced people them know everything about these things, these issues, these financing, complexity. Yeah. The advanced one them out there, them already have this information, and my people clueless, because them so distracted that talk about everything else, but irrelevant, really. The Treasury Direct account must be kept at zero, just like your checkbook. This is why you have to file your taxes. So we can't be a tax protester. We're not going to say, hey, taxes this or that. No, what we do is apply ourselves so we can totally comprehend what it is. You know what I mean? And then learn how to navigate through this process, this commercial process. Again, we are no attorney here. And we're not choose or purport to ourselves to be. Attorney in fact, maybe. Yeah, but no bar member attorney here. We have no affiliation with the labor union's profession of the Bar Association. Them say House Joint Resolution 192 automatically extended the privilege to renege, meaning to cancel, to renege on debts to every person using the Federal Reserve banking system. However, never forget that when you operate on a privilege, you have to request, you have to respect the rule of the giver of that privilege. So whenever you're operating on privilege, you have to respect the rules of whoever giving you or creating those privileges. Furthermore, in the case of Great Falls MFG Company versus Attorney General 124 US 581, the court said, I quote, the court will not pass upon the constitutionality of a statute at the instance of one who has availed himself of its benefits. Thus, if you avail yourself of any benefits of the public credit system, you have waived the right to challenge the validity of any statute pertaining to and conferring benefit of this system on the basis of constitutionality. Sample. The state figure out the easiest way to use our credit to pay their bills, build roads, schools, courthouse, etc. They decided that the easiest way was to use blocked grants. A block, that's an educated grant equal the block. They block us from using our credit. but they use it. So the block grant is that they blocked us from having access to the credit, but they use it. All merchants use block grant against us when they don't send us a check. Interesting. Now, you know, when them send the bill, on the bottom of the bill is usually that little part, that stub area, where they would consider the check. And when them send the check, we are supposed to endorse that check on the back of it. You know what I mean? And give them notice or some kind of instruction directing them. Now I go really give another part of the instruction there because those things varies. And then you see what happened. Tell people about these things before. But now we actually have a little diagram or information where we can just read from, opposed to me just a talk. When anyone uses our credit, you and them, we as owners, again, principal, meaning the source of the Treasury Direct account, which is your birth registration or your tax registration number, TRN, or your social security number, your SS card. We have to report this taxable income every year on a 1040 or a 1099 OID and 1096 1040V. The county attorney in every state write a check for the entire county's need and sign your name to it by assumption. Interesting. By signing your name to it, it looks like you, the man or woman, have income in the amount of that check. All income has to be reported to the IRS on a 1040, 1099 OID, 1096, and 1040V. We'll talk about these things when we express the information about the bank, where you put your money in at the bank, and the bank just tell you, sir, because you put your money in the bank, they are going to pay you interest for putting your money in the bank. That way they can tax whatever interest they are supposed to be giving you. Now, if you have a non-interest bearing account, then you do not initiate tax in no capacity. In other words, the bank not necessarily have regulatory authority over that account. Put it that way. If I'm wrong, come rebut them kind of information here we are bring forward. You just rebut it, point for point, word for word. You can do that if you choose. Outside of that, we'll continue. Yes, all governments and corporations use this method. All right. By signing your name, it looks like you have income in the amount of the check. All income has to be reported to the IRS on a 1040, 1099, 1096, 1040V form. All governments and corporations use this method, meaning the government of Jamaica is such. It is a corporation. When them say government and corporation, they're really synonymous. The body politic is always registered as a corporation, whether solvent or insolvent. It is a legal fiction, really. Rebut these things. Rebut these statements. The only way we know who is definitely using our credit is when we get a bill in the mail or receipt from them. So the billing, what we get is like a receipt. You know what I mean? Boy, these things are interesting. Once you file your yearly 1040, 1099, 1096, 1040V, the IRS will pull all of your credit from everyone who has used it under your trust account or Treasury Direct account number. Again, trust account, Treasury Direct account. There them can do them basic research and see if this thing is fallacious. I know it's not. even the ones you do not know about. If you do not file every year, your Treasury Direct account shows you didn't declare all your taxable income credit. Therefore, you are a tax delinquent fugitive, which is a criminal charge. Yeah, criminal tax. File your taxes to get your credit back, equal refund. Yeah, man. So, when you file a tax, you should get your credit back. You should get your tax refund naturally. This is not fraud. Yeah, this is not fraud. On their first offer to us, it may be an offer to enable us to obtain our credit back on the 1040, 1099, 1096, or 1040V form, contract law. Having assumed the use of our credit is not fraud, the only error by them is that they assume that our income is taxable. Our income or the credit that they use is tax exempt. It's not tax exempt until we tax it by filing our 1040, 1099 OID, 1096, and 1040V. So it's not tax exempt until we tax it by filing or okay. So here you go, people. So it's not necessarily to ignore the taxman, like or to comprehend the process or the procedure. So now that we are getting an idea of what these things are, then we should not be afraid, but we need to do a little more research so we can choose to familiarize ourselves with this type of information that is reserved for people outside of our community, put it that way. Because if you work for a company, especially if you're up there, you know what I mean? Like you have your little PhD or your little master's degree. Usually when you go in a them multi-million-dollar company, them are going to tell us, you have to use their accounting system and their attorney and their everything. So your taxes is accumulated by the very corporate constructs. You say agents. So when you apply your taxes, because only you can do that, not them. And when you don't know, then you got to have them do it for you, and you pay them for do some things where you can do for yourself. Put it that way. With the accrual method of accounting, the moment them list you as a corporation, then down to the candy where you buy on the street. Once you spend money, you can it's deductible. You understand? If you buy a nice shirt to wear to work because it's a corporate construct and them have used as such, then that money where you use for your shirt is deductible. The money where you use to cook your food is deductible. Every single thing is deductible. Yeah, yes, your average licensed CPA won't tell you these things because they're licensed to the state. They're educated by the state. So them have only the state interest what them really look out for. Again, this is our opinion. Any guy who don't like our opinion or have a problem to our opinion, close your ears and get out this area. You understand? There's nothing you can do about our opinion because it is ours. And when people are audacious enough to have a problem with the next man's opinion, then it's not a problem when you get your face licked in because you're out of order. Who the mess do you think you are to have an opinion and deny everybody else's opinion? Who the mess do you think you are out there? You not try this platform or our people that way. You not try us that way. Yeah, man. You get your face licking. You know the law, the maxim, the axiom. The man who interfere with the next man's liberty does so at their own peril. Know that. And this is law. Yeah, man. Anyway, I can dance with this thing as much as I can, but I'll leave it right here for now. Yeah, man. I'll leave it right here for now. Yeah, information share, you know? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Information share. And this is my way to share with my common people. Yeah, in my location. Share with them whatever you call the esoteric information. The information where not even with university people have this kind of information. They can't have it. You understand? Yeah. On this island, this is the only platform where carry this level of knowledge. Right here. Yeah, the sovereign man here, this Nestorian king, are the only one bring it this way. Go check. Go check. Yeah, man. And it's not about the popularity, the hype, nor the money. It's about information share for our basic people. You know what I mean? Can just launch out there. Because we are moved from the base level to the basic. And then the ones them can choose to take off. You know, get them information here in a university. And when you have them documents here in front here, you're going to need direction. Yeah. You're going to need ones where they're on a certain level for really, you know, break it down for you. Not like how most gurus may present it, but according to our perspective. Yeah, as original people here. Not all of these other things must the people get caught up in. Now, let's look at the business at hand. And irrespective of what type of Indian you're purporting yourself to be, I'm quite sure you're attached by way of the birth certificate or the birth registration form. And I can prove it easily because all I know have all kind of identification as the primary source, irrespective of what other tribal, indigenous, Indian, whatever else, maroon. Listen, at your foundation, you're attached to that foreign construct and you have to separate right there. Remember, if you're a slave and you create anything, whatever it is you create belongs to your slave master. Look at Usain Bolt. It's so easy it is for topple whatever he's got going on, easy. Got them control that industry, that financial industry. And them control it. Yeah. What you have to do is work with what you have as hold and do course, that sophisticated financial instrument. Yeah. That legal entity, that very birth registration form. And that is a person. It's your persona. But they have it as a person according to their law. So we have to comprehend this level. And it takes patience, it takes time. You won't get it overnight. You understand? And this is where your birthright, this is where your hereditament, and this is where your inheritance lies. Don't let them fool you out there. Do not claim to be no African or no African descent. This is how they capture you. We are Americans here. This island, Zamayaka, now called Jamaica by the British, is just that, a British term. And the very British is what I'm called a Commonwealth. And this is why them say you have two class of citizen. A citizen of the Commonwealth and a citizen of Jamaica. rebut this kind of information. Don't watch the messenger. Challenge the message. We have too much dumb people out here in the public arena. Too much dumb people purporting themselves to be all kind of things that they are not. And I tell you this, most of them have a criminal background. Check their criminal record to see what kind of man or woman they are. A lot of them are pedophile out there. Beware. Beware, man. Anyway, information share. My people on the island clueless, them must say account. What am I talk about? Account. How are the Nestorian king I talk about now, people? Yeah, man. And this are the important part. This is where all Andrew Holiness don't even know about. Yeah, man. This is how them are fleece you, my people. Because you lack knowledge. You know, hear how I talk and go on out here. You see nobody I come try bring me in a them court or in a them arena. No. They won't. Because truth is supreme. You understand? And I tell you again, if you come in front of me presuming any kind of authority, you better have knowledge. Because the moment you lack knowledge, you naturally vacate your office of authority to the man that have that knowledge. This is why you have to be mindful. Engage in a man such as I, because I'll take everything that you have. Every single thing that you have. And I'll do it lawfully. Only because you choose to engage. You're making me an offer. You get me? You're offering to contract. And I don't have no problem contracting. Just like how my people, once them get this kind of knowledge, will not have any problem contracting with you foreigners out there. I share information, the difference with a lawyer and attorney. I hope some of our attorneys here get that information, especially some of you people who think you have any kind of statute of nobility. Yeah, man, you all don't impress me. Demonstrate the knowledge where you keep. Now you're going to realize the millions you spend in those law universities was a farce. Them not teach you law, them not teach you legal process, separate and distinct from law practice. You understand? And an attorney is separate and distinct from a lawyer. Now I want to know these things. And I make them fool you, my people. You think the Rasta them can tell you these things. How can they? You understand? The maroon, clueless. Clueless. Are we the grassroots? What them not expect? Are we have them truth, yeah, man? And are we bring it forward? And you can take it or leave it. There is no edict. Yeah, man. We just share information, shine light in a dark places. Because light dispel darkness. It's only light can do that. Yeah, man. Just like how truth, when it manifests, all light have to cease, it have to flee. And when you stand up in that truth, you're predominant. I'm a living example of that. No hype, nothing to prove. Yeah, man. Nothing at all to prove. It's just the Most High creator of nature and the ancestral spirit we're animate with. Anciency. That's all it is. Anciency. Not this new age effort. None of that. Anciency. That's our thing that. Yeah, man. Salute, TB Top and Bacon. Salute, Sir Anthony. And I'm king out there. Yeah, man. So my people have to choose to rise to this occasion. We have to rise to this level. We have to start apply ourselves and demonstrate. Say, watch ya. All when it not go so, we are present ourselves and say, watch ya. Tell we how it go. You understand? And if we present our affidavit out there, then it is incumbent on you, the adversary, to rebut that affidavit or declaration or statement, word for word, point for point. And when you do not, then you acquiesce to whatever is there on the public record, and it stands as truth, as law. We now make on tell we not no more. No. We are making prove what we talk about, validate whatever claim we bring, because we will always bring a counterclaim. Always. Always. And when I need attorney, when I use attorney. You understand? We have no problem with constitutional lawyers. We have no problem with constitutional laws. We don't have them problem there. Because we, as man and woman, have our own inherent law but govern us. And that is the golden rule. Do no harm out there. And allow no harm to be done unto you out there. Yeah, man. So that's our thing after there. That's our thing after stay. With truth, with correctness, and with, knowledge. You get me? But make we free. Not this pussyfooting that the guru them a try teach with. We want correct knowledge that make us free. Yeah. Because a guy now can't set we free. And we have to make ourselves free. And it's only with correct knowledge we can do that. Truly. You know, if you've been a rocket scientist, and I can guarantee you won't get this kind of information that we share here in their universities. It is impossible. However, it's necessary to get the formal education to prepare you for this level. Yeah, without the formal basic education, then you have to go really work extra hard. So we can't be afraid of nothing new, and we definitely not going to be afraid of their words out there. And now we know, so within the courts, when them come with legalese, we can dismiss it and ignore it, because if it's not common usage with common language, then it not apply to us. Because we are the common people who apply ourselves. Now we are uncommon. You hear that? I hope you get that, my people. So, let we look upon what is the account. So we can get the accounting, and then we can stay, lawful in our capacity. We don't want to be tax delinquent fugitive out here. All a man like me, I one of them tax delinquent fugitive there. A long time I don't look upon taxes, and now I have to go get my taxes in order. You understand, my people? So it's a step-by-step process. The brave may fall, but will never yield. We say bold and brave, firm and strong. This is our kind of information. Yeah. IQ up there. Up there. Way up there. Yeah, man. Salute, people. Free people. Salute.